In today's video, we will be discussing how to discover your purpose and transform it into your passion. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do to awaken to your true self so that you can create the reality that you desire. What's up everyone? My name is Morsi, and if you're new to this channel is all about creating your own reality through your spiritual awakening process. And if you find that the words in this video resonate with you, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Now, when I speak about discovering your purpose, it's discovering that thing or those things that make your soul feel fulfilled, that fulfill your soul's destiny so you can feel and understand and know that you are contributing into society in a way that helps society evolve, in a way that helps you evolve as well. Now, when I speak about changing this into a passion, transforming it into a passion, that means managing the skill set and discovering your drive in order to monetize this and make this a way of life. You see, we can have a purpose and do it on the side, but if you want to change your purpose and make it be a part of your lifestyle, make your job feel as though you are on vacation every day, well then you got to put in your intention. You got to put in intention and put out that message and say, what is my purpose? Let's discover our purpose first, because your thoughts create your reality. And your thoughts are vibrations that shift you onto a lifeline, onto a particular lifeline. And when you put yourself out there, by putting that thought out there, you are allowing yourself to receive information. So when I was discovering my purpose and trying to figure out what was it that would make me feel fulfilled, and at the same time I know that I'm contributing to society, when I put that out and I was open to receiving, I started to receive a lot of information. It's very easy as long as you allow it to be easy. When you feel like something is too difficult, when you feel like you don't have purpose, you are blocking yourself from receiving those things that you actually need to feel and actually need to discover. So it's important that you understand that you have purpose. You have purpose just for living and just for breathing. And there is purpose for you. It's just up to you to uncover it. And so when you discover that purpose, you're going to start receiving information. You're going to start seeing things, synchronicities. People might be speaking to you and say, hey, you're pretty good at that. And you might be discovering, hey, I'm really liking what I'm doing right now. The idea is to discover that where you are when you're in a flow state. When you're in a flow state, you feel inspired. You don't feel as though what you're doing is weighing you down. When you're in a flow state, you lose track of your environment. You lose track of time. You lose track of your body. You're just in it. Your conscious mind is not getting in the way. Your ego isn't getting in the way. You're in it. And so as long as you are focused on discovering that flow state, then you have that ability to discover your passion. And at the same time, I spoke about the ego, right? That false identification of who you are. The image that you present to the world. So it's important that you think about how your ego might be interfering with you discovering your purpose. Growing up, our parents and society wants to mold us. When we're super young, they ask us, what do you want to be when you grow up? Even in high school, in my opinion, when you ask a high schooler, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? I'm sorry, but that makes me feel some inner conflict. That's a lot of pressure on me. I'm 16, 17 years old, and you want me to tell you what I want to do for the next 50, 80, 90 years of my life? I don't know. And so that sort of pressure, it makes us feel as though we have to choose something that's huge, choose something that's impressive. Choose something that may not really resonate with the truth of who we are. Many times we just want to please others. We want to feel as though we're fitting in somewhere. And so with my story, you know, I was in school. I was in grad school for speech language pathology. I loved it, but I discovered that it wasn't my passion, and I had to ask myself that. And at the same time that I was in grad school, I was also working. I had a salary job. So to an outsider, my life seemed like it was put together. You know, if I had told my high school self that, my high school self was like, yeah, girl, you got it all together, you know? But when I had to confront the fact that I was not passionate about what I was doing, it caused a lot of inner conflict, because at that time I had put in the intention. I said, what is my purpose? What is it that I should do? The universe gave it to me, but then I was like, I don't know, man. I've been preparing for this my entire life. Now you're telling me I have to drop this and start over again? I was not having it. And through that inner conflict, I had to push through and delve deep down into what my ego and my false self was trying to present to the world. I was making decisions based on what everyone else told me was good for me, instead of listening to my intuition and listening to what was good for myself, because only you know what's good for you. And many times the mind, it likes to recreate things from the past. It likes to tell you, and society likes to tell you, that in order to follow your purpose, in order to find your purpose, right? Society likes to tell you that even when you discover your purpose and you want to work towards turning that purpose into a passion, you have to be the best. Not necessarily, especially in today's time, with the amount of resources we have, with the amount of information we have, with the amount of opportunities we have to create our own business and to find and work with different people to create projects and just do things that we love. There's so much out there. And so I had to really sit down and ask myself these important questions. So when it comes to discovering your purpose, make sure you are aware of recognizing your true self from your false self. Now, I created a video on recognizing your true self from your false self, and you should check that out. I'm going to put the link right here so that this will help you to discover what is your purpose. Now, right, let's talk about my story. When I finally made that decision to leave work and school, and trust, it wasn't easy. I went through a lot. I went through a lot of panic, a lot of anxiety. I went through depression. That's just the truth. That's just reality. But when I finally let go, released control, allowed myself to roll with the alternatives flow of life, I raised my vibration. I felt so good. I felt so confident. No one could tell me otherwise. There was no one who could say that you're making a mistake. Even if they did, I'd be like, you don't even know the half of it. You don't even know what I felt like to get here. I was so strong and I was so in tune with the vibration of myself that I knew exactly what I needed. And what I did was I just followed my intuition and I allowed myself to receive. Now, once you find your purpose, you have to figure out how you want to express that. And so I think about my past and I think about, what did people tell me that I was good at, even if I didn't notice? And when did I find myself in a flow state? Now, it took me a bit and I discovered that, hey, let me try this out. Let me try talking on YouTube for a bit, sharing spiritual truths, sharing the thing that when I get myself in a book, when I get myself in a conversation with somebody and it ends up being about spiritual awakening, I'm in the zone. I am in my flow state. So let me see what it feels like to create videos. And I discovered that that is exactly what I wanted to do. And now I find people and I think about things that in ways of how people have made this their lifestyle. And I've done the same. Now, of course, right, I had to start from scratch, right? I was much happier, I must say. Yes, I didn't have a salary job. It doesn't matter, but I was much happier. Now I was on a new level. I was on a new lifeline where now I had to discover what it is to put myself forward, and my intention was on my goal. And as my intention was on the goal, I was in the process and in the moment. And I had to remind myself each time to be present, because each time I continued to think about the future, each time I was not in the present moment, that gave me inner conflict. You know, when we think about our purpose, we often think about the future, because that's what we're taught to think about since birth. We're taught to think about the future and how we're gonna set up our life for the future, but we're never really taught to stay here in the present. And when you're in the present, you transcend time and space. You open yourself up to all possibilities when you are right here, right now. And so that's what I had to reprogram my subconscious mind. I had to unlearn a lot of habits that I had gained from my own childhood, from everything that I had been influenced by. And when I took that time to do that, I realized that I wasn't wasting time on doing these little things, on reading, on preparing, on what I would like to say, what I would like to share, creating a video that maybe it didn't get a lot of attention, but I found meaning in it. When you find meaning in every little thing that you do, then you have a drive and you can feel that purpose. And so as you're creating that passion, as you are trying to create that passion, transform that purpose into a passion, each and every day find meaning. Find meaning for what you're doing. And if you find that that meaning is just dragging you down, maybe you should change another direction. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. We're very influenced to get something right away. But that's not life. That is not life. Sometimes we're gonna be told no. We gotta be used to being told no. Whether no means getting no attention on the things that you put out, whether no means no, I don't wanna hear this, I don't wanna listen to this. You have to be open to mistakes. You choosing something that maybe wasn't what you needed. Because for me, I figure out what it is that I don't wanna do in order to discover what I would like to do. So even after I left school and I left work, I was still rolling with the alternatives flow and discovering that. And I'm not telling you to do what I do. I just followed my intuition, and that's it. And what I am sharing with you is to follow your intuition. Follow that feeling, follow how you feel. Close the gap between the image that you present to the world and how you truly feel. And trust that your thoughts create your reality. This channel is all about creating your reality. Now, we create our realities, but we do it unconsciously sometimes. Now, in order to consciously create our reality, it takes us being able to discover our false self and awaken to our true self. Awaken to that connection with our higher self and understanding that we are just in the perception of the fact that we are not connected to our higher self, but we are. We are always connected to our higher self. We are always connecting to receiving the information that we need to live the life we were meant to live. It's up to you to give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to live the life you deserve. And transcend those limiting beliefs of what society has put on us. As to say, we got to do this our whole life. Whatever you want to do, you don't have to do it your whole life. You can change if you want to. You could do whatever you want to do. You're not a mere human living in this mere material world. You have the ability to transcend the material laws of this world. Once you awaken to your true self, you are not limited to the laws of this world. And when I told myself that, I felt free. And I felt like I could really create my reality. And I felt as though I can truly turn this purpose into a passion. So put yourself on the vibration of that which you would want to be. Think greater than the circumstances of your life, meaning feel as though right now that you have what you want. Be grateful for the things that you have not received yet. Many times I'll say, thank you for a very successful career. And when I feel that, and I work in the moment on that vibration. And when you do that, you feel that instant joy. You know what to do with your passion. You have drive because you believe in your skill set. Understand, when it comes to creating your own reality, it's all you. It's you and your mind in this world. No one else truly matters. Your physical reality is just a mirror of your inner reality. So if you're not liking what you see, you gotta look within. So when it comes to discovering your purpose, allow yourself to receive. Reduce the importance of trying to find it and it'll come right to you. Allow yourself to try out new things so you can receive information that will get you to the point that you need to go. It's always possible. Anything is possible, really. So my name is Morsi, and if you like this video, be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think, and let me know about discovering your purpose. Let me know about transforming it into your passion. And also check out these two videos right here. They will also help you to understand how to find your purpose and how to create your own reality. My name is Morsi, and until next time, peace.